Daydreamers.
Nerdventures. We should come up with a theme song for the beginning of it. Nerdventures with Chemical X. Hey, Nerdventures with Chemical X.
Yeah, Amber.
Hey.
Sing it.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Chemical X channel. I'm your girl, Nerdy Amber, and I'm here with Don the Menace in LA. What's up, you guys?
What's up?
What's going on, kids?
Man, we're here coming up with the Nerdventures. What have we been up to this past week, you guys? Let's start with you, Don. Tell us what's up.
I am reading. Let me turn the damn fan on. Yeah, it's gonna be hot in here, but whatever. I am reading Preacher right now. The show, in my opinion, I haven't watched the show yet. But this comic book is fucking amazing. I love the art. I love kind of what it's about. I love the themes. You know, the devil and God themes and the occult themes and stuff like that. It's just a cool little take on demons and angels and shit like that. And I can't wait to watch the show. I want to finish the book first, like the first trade paperback, and then maybe go and see how it compares to the show. I know one of the characters, Tulip, is like this white lady in a comic book, and they make her a brown-skinned woman or black in the show, so that's pretty cool. And I just want to check that whole thing out, see how it stands up to the comic book. I also fucking been watching Game of Thrones a lot because you guys got me into that. So I've been watching that like a motherfucker. Have a lot of feelings about that. And I've been playing Skyrim because I've been getting into fantasy shit. All of a sudden I like fantasy shit now. So now I don't know what's bound to happen. I might go see Warcraft or I don't know.
You should totally see Warcraft. It was really good.
It was?
Yeah, I loved it.
I might check it out. I might check that out.
I wanted to go see it so bad, but my movie theaters aren't showing it anymore. How horrible is that?
Yeah, they probably. I don't know if they, maybe they just weren't doing well.
I don't think
I never checked back up to see how well they actually did once it left theaters, but I know that they weren't expected to meet their mark or even cover how much they spent on the movie, unfortunately. But it was a really good movie. I mean, even people that don't play the game would be able to follow. Like it was really good, and there were also like a lot of things that were there specifically to shout out to the fanboys and the fangirls that didn't necessarily need to be in the movie. Anyway, you should for sure go see that at some point when it comes out on Redbox or whatever.
Yeah,
it's really good. And if you're liking Preacher, the comic, I might have to start there myself because I tried. What was it? The night I told y'all, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm putting my foot down. We're going to watch Preacher. I'm going to watch that shit tonight. I watched it. It was a Daredevil situation for me again. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, I could not focus. I was like in my phone. I was falling asleep. I was going to get food. And I was just like, but I did see the Tulip lady. I saw her. And I was like, okay, she was probably the most interesting of the entire thing, but I just did not care about this pastor. I just didn't care about him. I was just like, please, something exciting.
I think that's where I'm at too. Like, it's like when I got to him. Oh, y'all have watched it, right?
I haven't seen it. I just read the comic.
Oh,
but you can go ahead and spoil it. You spoil it. I don't care.
Yeah, when I got to like. Him fighting when he finally fought something or somebody, I was like, all right. But I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb.
I wasn't even interested in his fight scenes. I just felt like he looked mad stiff. He just looked like he shouldn't be there. Like this, I feel like it should be somebody else.
Nothing's explained. Like nothing's explained. I just wish somebody would explain.
So what happens? How about what happens in the show? Like explain the episode.
I couldn't even tell you because like, that's how
I was. I was about to take a breath and try, but I think I'm in the same position you're in because like I'm thinking back. I only watched the first episode, and I'm thinking back on what I actually saw.
I gotta watch it.
And I saw what I remember the most is the Tulip lady, and she was like with some kids or some shit.
And she built the cannon like a bazooka or whatever.
Out of cans. And she was like, "This is how you make a grenade launcher." And I was just like, "What? How?"
And it was. But wait, she had ate the two men in the car, like she had bit off their ears or something. Like,
I was so confused. And then she just left those people house. She just left them kids with a house that was on fire. How
Didn't
you
she
gonna just
leave?
leave them kids there?
So
It was just,
so
I don't
that's
know.
nothing like what I'm reading at all. That's so
That's
different than
probably
what
not
I'm
even a
reading.
scene in the comic book. Like I think they just pulled that shit out of their ass because I don't know what that was about. I was like, okay, that was probably the most exciting thing
Mm,
because I can't tell you one scene with Preacher
mm.
outside of him. Like I think he was like sneaking alcohol, or he was telling this kid to go get him some alcohol or something. I guess because he's not supposed to drink because he a pastor. Or
Oh,
so, I
I
don't
don't.
know. It
I
was
heard you
something.
gotta
I was just
keep
like,
watching though. I remember someone saying that like it picks up after a few episodes. But I mean, in the comic, it's if I can explain that. I don't know if Amber you're gonna read the comic.
I'll read it, but I mean, it won't change if you say something about it. It's not like I'm taking notes.
Right, right. I just explain. I just explain like the basics. It's like this preacher, obviously, who gets like the word. He can say the word of God pretty much. So he tells like these cops, put down your guns, and they're coming to get him. Put down your guns, and they put the guns down. Or he
Oh
says,
That
yeah,
is that
yeah,
why he has all those words in the
yeah.
Bible?
I
He has like
guess,
words, like written circled shit.
I
Well, this is
guess
the thing. Once you get past, when you get like episode 2 or episode 3, he starts saying stuff. But see, it's not the. I don't know if it's the. Okay, so it's supposed to be the word of God. Is that what's happening?
something like
Because
that.
he does
I
it.
don't want to spoil it
He,
exactly, but yeah, it's like he's
no,
God
no,
pretty
no, that's
much.
fine. He does it, and he doesn't blow up because there's other preachers or other religious people who get this word in them and they tell people to do something and then they blow up. He's the only one so far that hasn't blown up.
So that ghost,
Mm.
I call that
He's
shit a
able to
ghost.
control his
That
power.
ghost that went and got into that African preacher was the same
That's
ghost
what I'm,
that he has.
well, that's what it seemed like because the same way it shot into him, it shot into that African preacher.
That's true.
Hmm.
So, did this just become a hot topic randomly? I mean, I don't know.
Pretty much.
Just went into from Don's Nerdventure, and we're trying to figure out if we want to stick with Preacher or
Right,
not.
right,
Yo,
right.
down in the comments, let us know should we try to stick with Preacher? Because right
Please.
now,
Yeah, because I'm
I just
torn.
don't. I
I
don't
don't know.
know. Maybe my ADD is just not cooperating with this show or something. Because I can't.
I say read the comic. The comic has like religious stuff. It got vampires. You know what I mean? It has a Nirvana
Yeah,
reference. Like Preacher the comic is a shit
Oh
so
I'm gonna have
far.
man.
to. I'm gonna have to check them both out. I guess give it a chance.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Hashtag give preacher a chance.
Hashtag
Hmm.
yes, Lord. Um, yeah, I'll try. I'll try to watch a second episode maybe tomorrow and see if it picks up. And I'm definitely gonna check out the comic. But moving on, this is kind of comic related, some sort of way. I played the Telltale's The Walking Dead Michonne series earlier this week. I played all 3 episodes. And while it was super awesome being Michonne, and I like that, for those of you who haven't caught up with the Walking Dead comic and plan on reading, this is a spoiler. Not really, but just a section in the comic that this game is covering that, is further in the comic. I don't know if you guys got there, but anyway, close your ears. There is a part in the Walking Dead comic where after the whole All Out War thing and the issue with Negan happens, Michonne dips off and she goes and she basically becomes a fucking pirate. She goes and finds these people with this boat and she's a pirate. She has like these pigtails and she's like swashbuckling and shit. This game covers a small portion of what she was doing while she was gone away from Rick and the rest of the survivors that she was with originally. It was cool being Michonne. It was cool kind of having some insight of the people that she meets while she's gone and what she was doing while she was gone. But the whole entire story and the people that you're with trying to move the story along with is just so stupid. the whole reasoning for what's happening in these 3 episodes was so stupid. And I'm a little disappointed because I think they could have done better with a storyline and characters that you're working with. And yeah, later on this week, I'm going to record a video / rant about The Walking Dead Michonne as well. So you guys can get a deeper insight on it. But that's pretty much my Nerdventures.
So was it fun at all?
It was
Play?
fun. It was fun. It's for me. I think they were just trying to do a filler because they're working on season 3 of Telltale's The Walking Dead, and they showed that during E3, and so I think they're mainly focusing on that. They only did 3 episodes for the Michonne season, and usually there are 5 episodes. So really, there wasn't a lot of time for them to build stuff with certain characters and whatnot, but I think they still could have had a better story and had it where you weren't dealing with the people that you were dealing with, because the people that you were with and that you had to kind of be with and be on their side were fucking assholes. Like, they were just liars. They were just like, it's a game that's based off of getting information and decisions and stuff that you say. Like other Telltale games, your story is based off of your interactions with other characters, and it's hard to interact with assholes. So it's just like, this is so dumb, but fun. Yeah, it was fun. Of course, you're pretty much immersed in the story, and you feel like you're the one being lied to. You're just like, bitch, you lying dead to my face right now. Like, you. So yeah, super immersive always. Telltale is awesome, but I just really thought they could have did Michonne some more justice than what they did.
Yeah.
I had to play some of those Telltale games because I like those decision-based games.
Yeah,
They're gonna be like the new wave, I think.
You should play the first season of Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Oh, even if I don't watch the show?
Even if you don't watch the show, there's only one person that pops up from the show, and he's like, you'll recognize him just from, even if you don't know watch The Walking Dead, you've seen him before, so you'll recognize him, like, oh yeah. But there's nothing like directly impacting what's going on with the actual series or the comic.
I'll check that out.
It's fun. You play as this black dude named Lee, and he's like soul brother. He has like this soul brother. I wish I knew the guy's name that plays him. He plays other stuff, and I think they were looking at him for they were looking at him for another part for a black voiceover. I can't even think of it. If I figure it out, I'll talk about it the next Nerdventures or something. But you play as this guy named Lee, and you're pretty much trying to protect this little girl the whole time, and it's crazy. Cool. Like, real tears.
Really?
Real tears. Season 1 and 2 was like real tears. Like, you put your controller down once the credits are rolling, and you're just like, what the fuck happened just now? You feel violated. Like, I didn't mean for you to touch my emotions this way. I'm turning off my Xbox forever. But yeah, it's cool. You'd like it.
Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. It's got I just Googled it. It has a lot of reviews, good reviews. Michonne, on the other hand, has the lowest review.
Yeah, like. They could have done better.
Like,
I think they just kind of threw some shit together and used the name because Michonne is a popular character from the comic and the series. So they were just like, let's do this. We would I guess because they keep pushing back season 3. And so I guess they're like, let's give them something to keep people interested. Because, if you kind of just disappear for a while, people lose interest, people move on to other games, and people aren't really checking for you like that. So I guess they felt like they needed to put something out. Which sucks because it had the potential to be something that was really good. Right.
Yeah. That always sucks when that happens. Hopefully they'd make a sequel or something, or feature Michonne in another game and do it right. Hopefully.
And what's crazy is I wasn't even planning to actually play it. I really wasn't. And I love Michonne. I'm a Michonne fan, but I really just kind of didn't want. I was kind of hoping that like maybe Robert Kirkman would come out with a comic that talked about her time when she went away and wasn't with the main group. I would rather have seen something like that instead of this game. But so that's why I wasn't like, maybe he'll come out with something like that. I don't want to spoil it. But then my stepson was like, well, what if what you do in The Walking Dead Michonne affects what's in season 3? And I was like, oh shit, you're right. Because they did something like that in between season 1 and 2. They had 400 days, which ended up, it was a short, I think it was 3 episodes as well. I think it was something that was in between season 1 and season 2, and the things that you did and the people that you came in contact with had a direct effect on season 2. So I was like, shit, you're right, let me just play this. And now I'm a little disappointed, but oh well.
Oh.
We'll see what happens with season 3. And that's the end of my Nerdventures.
All right. Well, I feel like my nerd adventures aren't very exciting now. I feel like I'm gonna be the decline of the show. But anyway, my nerd
I don't
adventures
know.
is.
What you told us before we started recording was pretty hilarious. So
Yeah, I
I
agree.
know, but that wasn't like that didn't like just happen. Like that was a while ago, but I could still tell the story. You know, it's fine. It's a couple of nerd adventures. I made a skirt. I made a comic book skirt with a color block, and I had been wanting to do it for a very long time. I'll tell you guys this. I've had this fabric for a while, a hot minute, and I've been scared to do it because once you make that cut, that's it. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to do it, and I did it. So that's awesome. It's a lot of people like it, so that's pretty cool. That's one thing. I've also been watching a lot of WWE Network lately.
Ooh.
Um, because they have the entire season of their prank show Swerved up. So I've been watching Swerved a lot, and I've also been watching. Well, they just started this new show, which I have to watch it tonight. I didn't see it tonight, but I saw the bracketology of they're doing a cruiserweight competition. So, and I don't know exactly what they win at the end of this competition, but they got a whole bunch of cruiserweight wrestlers to come and basically compete against each other and to see who's going to be the cruiserweight champion. So I don't know what they get. I don't know if they get a contract. I don't know if they get a deal to go into NXT. Like I don't really know what happens, but I think that's kind of cool. You know, to see a lot of new wrestlers who are coming into the game, kind of like Daniel Bryan, you know, the little guys. So that's kind of cool to see. So I'm really excited about that. If you have the WWE Network, you should probably definitely watch it. I mean, if you're like a wrestling fan or even like a mediocre wrestling fan, like $10 a month and you get like everything wrestling, I think is really cool. You know what I mean? So, and they have a lot of interesting shows. You can watch a lot of the old episodes. You can watch a lot of old matches and old pay-per-views, like WrestleMania. You can watch that like live on the site, so you don't have to pay a pay-per-view channel to watch it. You can watch it on the WWE Network, and you only pay
$10 a month.
Yeah, $10 a month.
That's
you know what I mean?
dope.
Yeah.
It makes
So
me, if my grandma was alive, I'd get that for her because she was like so into the wrestling, yo. She was like,
yeah,
she thought it was real, I think. I really think that she just thought these people, these are their personalities and this is how they dress for real. Like when they leave, they're still dressed the same. I think she thought that for real. She was so into it.
and then the story that I was talking about earlier, I'll tell it again because it's just an interesting story about kind of what not to do. Like basically, parents do your research.
Nerds with kids.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
Listen to the story.
if if anybody hasn't learned anything from Deadpool by now, you know that you must do your research before going to any nerd events or any events that seem like they could be for kids. Um, they may have a really lighthearted, title like, the Dragons of Mid East. That may not be, Puff the Magic Dragon type dragons. That may be like, Targaryen dragons. You know what I mean? Like you just have to kind of do your research. Well, I went to the premiere tour for The Magicians, which plays on Sci-Fi Channel, which if you haven't watched that series, I would say give it a try. Like you definitely have to keep watching because it gets better as it goes. But anyway, we went to this premiere and we didn't know anything about it. I was just like, oh, the premiere, The Magicians. I had seen a commercial and I was like, oh, Magicians, it seems interesting. I don't know anything about it, but I am an adult and I did not bring my kids, you know what I mean? Because I was like, it's a night out for the adults. So We go in and immediately we sit down. There's some kids sitting in front of me, and they're playing music. You know, it's an event. They're playing music, and they're playing like uncut versions of the music. Like it's not radio edit. You know what I'm saying, for your pleasure or anything like that. So they're playing like raw ass music,
It's
yo.
not elevator music.
It's
We're
not
talking.
elevator music. It's
We're
not like it's not like classical music. It's like I don't agree. You know what I mean? Like, and it's blaring. And these kids are looking around,
You
and
little
I'm looking
stupid ass
around.
bitch.
Yeah, I'm grabbing my collar. I'm like, oh man, I'm looking over at my friends and they're looking back at me and they're looking at the kids and the kids. It's just, oh my God. And then so the mom or grandmother, whoever it is, she starts to squirm, right? So she's getting uncomfortable. And all of a sudden she gets up and walks off and she goes get somebody. They come back and talk to her. I guess she was complaining about the music.
Oh, come
So
on,
I guess they
grandma.
said, yeah, I
You
guess they
can't just
said
show up
something.
somewhere and then try to change what they got going on because you didn't do your research.
This is the thing. I think it was all in communication because it wasn't anything on the flyers or anything like that that said it was an adult event or anything like that, or that the show is adult. Like it didn't really say anything about it. So I'm guessing she just was like, oh, the magicians, it seems like something and I could just bring. I guess she might, I don't know. She must have thought it was like a magic show or something, like a free magic show. I don't know. But anyway, so they say something about the music, I guess, and they never turned the music off. Like it just continued to replay the same
Oh
music,
my gosh.
music
It had a
and
Big
over
Sean on a
again.
continual
Oh,
loop.
it was so
Oh my
so then,
gosh.
then the people come out, they talk, and then the show comes on. We're watching the show. We're watching the show. They start cursing in the show, and it's like, okay. And then they cut to this scene. They get to the scene. These two characters hook up, and they're like straight balls to the walls, banging. They're levitating, because it's magicians. You know what I
They're
mean?
having
Like they can do
levitating
that.
sex?
Yeah. And so you're looking at the kids.
What?
Yeah,
And the
and the
kids
kid.
just
This is
seeing all
episode
that,
one.
like, wow.
So
Yeah,
this is what
and
happens when you lose your virginity.
Right,
yeah,
right.
kids, like the kids are
They're gonna
like
be very
5.
disappointed when
Yeah,
they get
yeah, they're gonna be
older.
like, hey, this isn't what my mom showed me.
Seriously, but they're like 5, 6, 8 years old.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean? Like they're
Mm,
gosh.
covering each other's eyes, trying not to watch it. It's just,
mm.
Oh god.
it was too much. And she kept them there the whole episode. I was
Oh
like, why
god.
in the world did she do that? Like that was just, it
I
was
would have made
so,
a U-turn as soon as I heard Big Sean over the speakers, yo.
it was so uncomfortable. She should have just
Yeah, she should have went somewhere like, hey, is that?
left.
Can you turn
She
that
should have just
off?
left.
Or
I don't care
what?
what she did to get there. She just left.
She should have left or said something to ask somebody, like, is this gonna be happening a lot? Like, I mean, she should have had
Yeah,
enough
like she
sense to
should have
do
just
something
left.
rather than just
And
stay
then
there.
somebody there should have been able to tell her, like, ma'am, this might not be suitable for the kids. You know what I
Right.
Right.
mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't think you guys can hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay. Well, Skype just came up and was just like, no microphone was detected. And I was
That should
like,
be saying
oops.
that for me too.
My bad. I'm just gonna be talking and they don't even hear me.
And that was my Nerdventures,
That is
guys.
so
Woo-hoo.
funny. Come on, Grandma. You gotta get it together, yeah. Take them down to McDonald's if you drove far or something. Take them to Chuck E. Cheese. They don't need to see levitating sex. That's
At
adults
all.
only.
Like no one.
So now I'm looking up where I can watch this magician thing.
Amber was like levitating sex. Hold on. The magician search.
Hold
Nah.
on. Here. Oh my
I'm the
god.
same way. I
Anybody
want to
is
see.
ready.
I want to see that shit too.
Like, how can we make this happen?
You, you get a spell
Oh my
book.
gosh.
You know what
I know,
I mean?
right? Learn some chants. Maybe get the preacher to help. I don't know.
Yeah, get the preacher in there. Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. Well, that
That's
is
so
it for our Nerdventures, you guys. Thank you for watching, listening, etc. Where can we find you all on the social medias, you guys?
DONS.
well. You can. Oh,
Oh my bad. My fault. My fault. I
Oh,
always start speaking.
fight. I'm just kidding.
okay, my bad, my bad.
You go. You go first.
Oh, thanks,
Ladies
guys.
Yeah,
That's
you
sweet.
know. You know.
Yeah, you can catch me at Geeks Are Easy, and that's on Instagram, Twitter, and the YouTube.
You can follow me at Do. Damn it.
Follow me. What happened? Need some water? Follow me.
Were your feelings hurt or something?
Huh?
You can follow me.
He's still thinking about levitating sex. His voice cracked.
I had a Greg Brady moment just now. I was. You can find me online at DONSGFX on Twitter.
Playing too much Pokemon Go, man. Take me
know.
back to middle school.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, enough. You can find me at
shit.
Nerdy Ember with an I on the Twitters. All right, you guys, let us know down in the comments about whatever we talked about tonight on Nerdventures. I know we had a question at some point, but I forgot it. So we'll just move on. Peace out, y'all.
Oh, peace. All right.
Be a smackdown, man.
That would be like my grandmother's dream movie. Like she was so into WWE.
You know what I'm saying? Space, even The Rock can be in it.
Crossover film.
Yeah, like crossover. It could be a part 1 and part 2. You know what I'm saying? We can make this happen.
I like that.
Oh my God, that's so random. The commercial is on my television right now. Wow.
What commercial?
The Purge.
Daydreamers.